What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Torrence, and in today's video, as you already saw by the title, I'm showing you all the spider eyes tutorial. In a previous video, which I'll leave linked right here above, I showed you all how to do the classic black smoky eye, and in that video, I let you all know that I was going to go ahead and show you how to turn this into a Halloween look, and today is that day. I promise you all, although things look very difficult, the hardest part about this look is doing the black smoky eye. Once you do that, you only need a few other items for your collection to pull this look off. I absolutely love it, and my coworkers loved it as well at work last year, but because I didn't have a channel then, I couldn't show them how to do it. But now that I do, I'm going to show you all. And I hope you all have been enjoying the tutorials that I've been posting this week. Every day for this week of Halloween, I'm going to post a different tutorial. So if you missed any of those, make sure you subscribe to my channel and check out my playlist here of all my transformations. But enough of the chit chat, let's jump ahead and show you how to start this tutorial. Back for take 2, because the first time I recorded this video, accidents happened. It's been deleted and now I have to go ahead and redo it. But for you all, that's no issue. So today, I'm going to make sure I take my time, save things before I start deleting other files. But if you would like any details on how I achieved this look, I'll make sure I leave my smoky black eye tutorial linked right here above. I did switch up a few things since the first time I did this look on camera. All of the eye details are the same as that video. I made sure I stuck with Melt Cosmetics, but I did go in and add a few Fenty beauty items just because we're going to be using Fenty today. For blush, I'm wearing my Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighter Duo. I'm wearing this shade here, Ginger Binge, as a blush. I absolutely love this blush. Never going to get rid of it. For lips, I did change things up. I'm wearing the Lip Bar Straight Living Lip Liner, my favorite dark brown lip liner. And for lipstick, I'm wearing the Fenty Beauty Mademoiselle Plush Matte Lipstick in the shade Up to No Good. Absolutely love this. Nude lip, black smoky eye, winning combo. But today I wanted to show you all how to turn the classic smoky eye into a spider eye so that you can wear it for Halloween. I absolutely love this technique, but I wanted to make sure I showed you all my version of how I do so. And our first step of achieving this look is going in with an eyebrow pencil. I'm using one that I purchased but was a little too dark for me. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. I have this in the shade Dark Brunette. It just gave me a little too much drama, but it's a very thin pencil, which is why I absolutely love it. And what we want to start off with is drawing on the 4 legs for the spiders on each side. I personally found that when I've done this in the past, I've accidentally connected the legs. So today I want to go in very lightly and make sure I just draw some pinpoint signs for myself. I want these to be just barely noticeable. I'm drawing one right here in the middle to let me know where the half point is. And then I'm going to do one in each side to split those into 4 different sections. This color here, once again, is something that most people won't even see, even if they get close to my face. It's just my personal guide so that I leave one leg here, one here, one here, and one on the end. I'm going to do that just barely here where they'll see that as well. So now what we want to do is go in and draw our 4 legs. The thing that I've noticed is you want your 2 legs here in the front and the 2 legs here in the back to be longer than the 4 in the center. It'll just come off a little more natural than doing it the other way around. And because I want this to look like the spider is really crawling out far, I'm just going to start with one right here in the middle, and we're just going to draw this straight up. We don't want it to be too long. And with this, we want to draw out 3 different joints on the limb here before it actually comes to a stop. I'm going to have that first leg go all the way up there. And honestly, to me, that looks a little small. So we're going to bring her up and higher. Going to bring that first leg up here. Bring that joint down that way. And then come down here. And because this is just an eyebrow pencil and we didn't go in really rough, we can go in and just wipe away any accidents. Bam. So we got one long one here, and it comes all the way over to this. All right. Now we just got to match up that energy on the bottom. Want to get this really long. over here. And I want you to see that on this side, I have the leg a little shorter than the one up here on top. So it looks like it's more leaning to this side than it is this side. So I want to take that into consideration when I draw the rest of the legs. Because this one right here has to be behind it. We're going to make sure it's a little bit smaller and reaches around it a little better. So we're going to still come forward, but we're going to draw it outwards a little bit just to make sure those two legs don't meet at the body at the same point. Going to come straight up some, come forward a little bit, and then down here. Alright, so we have one leg, two leg. Let's get this third one on. Well, that is the third one. Let's get this fourth one on. And we gotta remember, we did this side a little bit smaller. Now we want to come out going this way for the back legs. Starting off with this one being a little bit bigger. Draw it out this way. And because I forgot, we want those inside legs to be a little bit smaller. I can erase part of this and make that right here. That could be 1, 2, 3, cut it off here. And then we want to draw an even. Actually, no, I want to erase this leg here. I want to make this back one here connect right there to make him seem a little bit bigger right there. 1. He's going to be a little thicker than others, but that's all right. And then we want to go in the middle, draw ourselves a little smaller one that'll connect as well. Okay, on the bottom, really long leg, but he can't be as long as that one up there. A smaller one to balance them out. I might not have the world's prettiest spider going on, but then again, who does? And because we've been enjoying Fenty Beauty so much, we're going to go in with our Fenty Beauty Flyliner in the shade Cause I'm Black to draw on these legs. This liner is very pigmented and very dark, so we want to go in very slowly and start off just tracing those lines to get our legs in first. We can always go back in later and make them a little bit thicker, but we want to just get our outline first. We're going to try to get that one first. Ooh. And take your time with this. Don't worry about things being perfect. Remember, we're here to have fun. Okay, we need a little slightly smaller one behind it. That's the first one. Let's come down here. Come across. And back up this way. Whew. Baby, this is getting difficult. I'm getting scared. Bring this leg up. Come down on this one. Okay. And now we got to get this thick one here. Now that we have that going, we want our spider to look a little bit healthier than what he does now. So what we want to do is go in and add a little bit of thickness closer to what I want to try to call the thigh area. I know a spider doesn't have a thigh, but we don't want it to come to the joints. Things just seem to look a little bit creepier when the joints are bone skinny right there. So we're going to go in and try to thicken up the areas right here closer to the snake where the leg is a little thicker, and then have it come back to thinner joints. So just trying to thicken them up near the centers and have it come back to the skinny point. Oop, just might have messed that one up, baby. And truth be told, these small, quick strokes like that can help look like hairs coming off the spider later on. So don't worry about things being perfect. Now that we have that, I want to go in and do one final little step with the black marker here, and it's just to give me that extra little level of creepiness. For me, knowing that bugs tend to have the ability to climb up surfaces, I want to go in and just put the tiniest little flick on the very tips of all of the legs here. Like that. Like just the tiniest little press to make it look like those are little claws coming off those little legs. You just press just the tiniest little bit. Bam. Give it a little extra creepiness. And what I want to do now is make sure all of those legs actually have a point where they connect to what is supposed to be the body. Because I'm looking and realizing some of them ain't connected all the way. Now we want to go in and add dimension to our spider. To do so, we have to add some highlights and some shadows to it. We're going to start off with the shadows, and to do so, I'm going to be using the same contour powder I used on my face, the KVD Vegan Beauty in Subconscious, and I'm going to be applying that with the MAC 212 brush. What we want to do is go in and create a line starting at the tip of the claw, going back to the body. But we also want to remember exactly which point of view we are putting this light from. I want to remember that if I'm going to do it on this side and I put it here underneath the spider like this, then it's going to appear that the light is shining down from this direction, and we want to do that from all the legs. You don't want the light to look like it's coming from the top here, and then when we get to the bottom, it looks like light is shining up this way. So I've loaded up my brush with my contour powder, and what I want to do is start off right here with this leg, and you also want to try to remember to go into the same shape that you see the leg going into. It doesn't have to be a perfect outline, but because we do see this come up this way, forward this way, and then down this way, the shadow should have at least a slight dimension of those creases. So we're going to go in and we're going to start bringing it closer to us, like so. But then we're going to bring it over this way and then back down toward the body. That way, the leg looks like it's creating that shadow and it's not just one straight line. Same thing here. Kind of bring it back closer to the body. up, get that slight slang, and bring it straight on in. We're going to go in and diffuse these harsh lines later, so don't worry about how thick and rough they look now. Actually, to make sure, I'm going to add a little more now. Now that we can see that it looks like our light is coming from straight above this way, I want to remember that with this one here. Come up a little bit, over, straight down. Up, come over, straight down. And with this one, we want to bring it back this way a little bit toward the body. And the same thing here. Now that I have those lines there, what I want to do is go in and barely buff them out, because leaving them a little stronger like that gives them extra dimension. And you can see just how fast we can soften those lines. With this being a shadow, we want it to actually be there, but being a bit blurry makes it look a little more realistic. Now to highlight the spider, I'm going to go in with this white brow pomade. This is the 24-Hour Super Brow Pomade in the shade Whiteout by KVD Vegan Beauty. I absolutely love this product, especially when I'm doing different colored brows. If you all would like to see a different colored brow tutorial, make sure you leave a comment down below and I can get that going for you all. But with this product, we're going to go in with the It for Ulta number 122 angled liner brush, and we're going to scoop some out. I want to make sure I'm not double dipping, so I'm going to grab a generous amount. Make sure I close this up so I don't even get the temptation. And take the mound that I have here and scrape it on the back of my hand. And now what we want to do is pick up a very large amount on the back of the brush. I only want it on one side. And what we want to do is remember exactly where we have our shadows and go above those to the very top areas to highlight the spider. Considering it's down here, we wouldn't want to highlight on the bottom half here. We would want to go up here at the top. And I personally recommend trying not to get it on the very edge here or the edge here, trying to keep it in the center, but get as close to the edge as possible. And you don't have to worry about this being perfect. What I do is just go in and go press, press, stamp, press, bam. And I might even put a little bit too much right there. And then I like to do that on both sides, like a little bit there, maybe even a little bit there. Come to this side. You always want to be on the furthest end from the shadow. And you also want to make sure all four don't look the same so this doesn't come off looking crazy. One there. On this one. Tiny on that one, tiny on that one, tiny on that one. And that's enough for me. And as you can see now, It gives that spider a little more light and a little more dimension. I may have gone in and gone a little crazy with my white pomade, but we live and we learn. Now for our very last step, because I want my spider to be over the top, I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty Stunner Lip Paint in the shade Uncensored. Although I'm scared of a red lip, I'm not scared of red paint, honey. And so what I'm gonna do is I've already shaken this up, and I'm gonna take one dot of this and place it on the back of my hand, because I don't want to dip this directly onto the spider and risk getting that black pigment onto the wand. And because this thing is already dirty and tainted, we're gonna use this angled liner brush to put a red dot right here near the back end of the spider. It'll help people recognize that this is a Black Widow spider here. And just simply because I love Rihanna, we're gonna try to put an R number right there. Bam, look at that. Ah, Rihanna Navy come through. Okay, and because I have hooded lids, honey, I got to be still and let that dry, because baby, if I blink for any reason, it's gonna disappear. Because I've already set my makeup for the day, there's no need to go in and add an extra layer. But because I just did the spider look, what I'm gonna do is add all-nighter so things last all day. Cheap fan, expensive breeze, good times. I'm gonna give this a few more seconds to dry, and I'll be back to show you all the final look. And this is the final look. I'm gonna go ahead, give you all a full face view of things. And I'm telling you, honey, I absolutely love this look. This is one of those looks I tried out for Halloween last year. It might make it again this year. It's fun, and I promise you, it's a lot easier than when it looks once you see all the steps. Most people, once you can pull off that black smoky eye, drawing straight lines and putting cream on top is the easy part. As you can see, nothing about this spider is normal looking. We got some legs longer than others, but at the end of the day, I had fun, things look nice, and I truly hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you also stay tuned, because tomorrow I'm going to show you how to take this look and extend it to something even more gruesome for Halloween, so I hope you all stay tuned for that. Make sure if you're subscribed to the channel that you hit that notification bell so that you never miss any of my uploads. But with nothing else, I hope you all remember to practice, continue to stay blessed, and until next time, goodbye YouTube.